Did you think up any New Year's resolutions this year?
Yes. Well, it's not a New Year's resolution. It's a January resolution.
Oh.
Yeah, dry Jan. Dry
Nice,
Jan, everyone.
very nice.
Oh my god. Sorry, one second. We started recording.
So what is your account number? Because it's asking here.
Yes. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, alright, bye. Start again, sorry.
So that's Yonny's bank details for anyone that wants to know.
Definitely need to edit that out.
This is the GrassTooth podcast.
Dry Jan.
Yes.
How come? What's going on?
Well, Christmas and New Year's happened.
Yes.
And shit happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to do a bit of a detox and cleanse my body of the toxins. So January is going to be very dry. It's going to be a dry one. But then February, I'll get back on it.
Yeah, get back on the horse.
Yeah, that's it, man. So that's it. What about yourself? Is there anything else?
There's a few.
Okay.
Just put them in place. We'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just need to it's all about discipline. I think I've been on like a discipline streak for a while now, maybe like a year or two. And I'm going to continue that. There's just a couple of things that I've decided to let go in 2023.
Right, okay.
But I thought it'd be a fun idea.
Yeah.
If we gave each other a resolution to carry on through 2023.
Okay.
Do you want to hear what I thought for you?
Please, yeah, I'm intrigued.
I would like you, as a challenge for 2023.
2023?
2024. Sorry, forgot what year I was in. For 2024.
Yes.
To read 2 classic or modern classic books.
Okay.
Yeah? And upon reading it,
right,
I want you to do like a book review for the GrassTooth podcast.
Okay.
Yeah?
Define, what's a classic book?
So anything that would be in, like, for example, the Penguin Classics or the Penguin Modern Classics.
Cool. So I can choose them myself?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Fully free reign.
Just 2, yeah?
Just needs to make, you need to make sure it's a classic or a modern classic.
Modern classic, cool.
It doesn't even have to be, I'm not even going to set you like a length for the book.
I can choose.
Anything.
I can choose. Okay, cool.
But we want a book report.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have to tell me beforehand. I might read it with you. If I haven't read it.
Okay. Fine. Let's do that. Actually, I'm gonna try and find a book that you haven't read as well. And yeah, I'll do one. I'll do a review. Fine. Yeah, that's cool. I'm signed, sealed, and delivered.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing that this year.
Okay.
I've got one for you. Right. You want me to read? You know I don't like books.
Oh
right?
no.
So I'm doing something which you don't like either, right?
Okay.
Cool. It was quite evident in last week's episode that you're not a big follower of football, right? So this year,
you want me to get the season ticket for?
No, forget the season ticket, my friend. I don't care about the season ticket, right? At least once every 2 months, I want you to come play football with me.
Oh, come and play.
Come and play with me.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Is that
calm?
I'm fully down.
Is that
for
calm?
Yeah.
If
you were going to tell me to watch a match, that would have been a struggle.
No. I want you to come and play.
Yeah, I can
actively play an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Sweaty session.
Bro, I used to play rugby.
I get that, but cool. All right, fine. So that's your challenge for this year. Okay.
Once every 2 months.
Once every 2 months.
That's 6 times in a year.
6 times in a year.
Okay. That's doable.
Cool. All right. Fantastic. That's easy. All right, guys. We've got our New Year's resolutions in. Challenges.
We're getting older. We need to be more responsible with the things we do, what we spend time on.
100%. Talking about getting older, though.
Yeah.
That is. What was that, mate?
Nothing.
What was that, mate?
What was that? Happy. You know, sometimes I get happy.
I caught onto that straight away, didn't I?
It was smooth.
Like a fish to a bait. Yeah, I had this feeling over New Year's, and I think it's partly a reason why I'm doing Dry Jan, actually. Yeah, like New Year. Oh, New Year, new me. Positive vibes. Oh, yeah, like slay. New Year, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
For me, New Year's don't really excite me. It's another year. We're getting older. We're just getting older and older. It's an extra year. And it's kind of hit me because, like, I've realized some really subtle changes in my body, in my thinking, which is reminded me. It's a constant reminder that I'm not the young, sprightly gentleman that I used to be.
Did you catch yourself looking at your toes again?
No, not my toes. Not my toes. Trust me, it's worse than that.
Okay.
Some things happened. My hangovers now after a night out.
Mm-hmm.
It takes 2 days.
Yep.
2 working business days
Yep.
to actually fully recover.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't fathom going out 2 nights in a row nowadays. Like, it just doesn't compute in my mind that it's an acceptable thing to do.
It is possible.
How?
I still sometimes do.
Okay.
But you'll pay for it.
Yeah, exactly. The consequences are too much.
Yeah.
The repercussions are too frightening.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something which I've kind of recently realized. The other one is my body. I've always been quite an active person, right?
Yeah.
I this. I play a lot of sport.
Yeah.
My body is starting to make noises. Like, it's starting to squeak. It's starting to just crack. I'm cramping up when I play football. Like, it's really kind of upsetting, man, but it's happening. And I think this is the other one that actually really surprised me, right? Back in the day, mate, do you know what I used to watch online? I used to watch Beta Squad.
Oh, okay.
And Sidemen.
All right, okay.
You got me worried.
I was wondering. Okay.
I used to watch that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I caught myself looking at the other
day? Architectural Digest.
I caught myself looking at kitchenware.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Dish racks.
In the Architectural Digest, they do the interior design and stuff.
Air fryers.
That's
what I was looking at.
What's wrong with looking at air fryers?
It just means I'm getting older, man.
Oh, no.
Did you ever look at an air fryer when you were 18 years old?
Bro.
What were you looking at when you were 18?
Not 18, bro. Not 18.
20?
When I was like 8, I was flipping through that Argos catalogue like there was no tomorrow. And I was thinking about all the things in there and I was like,
right. I was
imagine
doing that as well.
What would that be like? What would having that be like,
Really?
Bro, it's just...
I always flick to the things that I like.
The toys.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, I went through every single page and I was like, this watch looks kind of nice. This watch looks even better.
A watch is one thing, but I'm talking about kitchenware.
Yeah.
Bro, like, would you...
I'd be looking at the lawnmowers, bro.
So you'd be looking at an oven tray?
The vacuum cleaners.
At the age of 8?
Yeah. Like Dyson, that looks kind of, you know what? Yeah.
Don't bring Dyson into this.
Henry Hoover's not all that,
Henry Hoover's overrated. What's the female one? Is it Henrietta?
I think so,
yeah, the pink one.
Yeah.
Henry Hoover's are overrated, man. Dyson for the win. But yeah, man, I've just been... I don't know, man. I've been in my...
That's not a sign of... I think you've always got that. Like... Do you know watch stuff about like interior design and stuff? Like
I do.
Do you not think
Homes
about
Under
like,
the Hammer and shit?
Yeah. Is that? I don't know.
It's like when you like renovate houses and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
That kind of stuff. But like, I don't know. I feel like it's items which I'm thinking like when I move out, when I get a family, all that kind of stuff. It's family talk. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's just that is giving me really scary feelings. Of me getting older and older. It's kind of mad, bro. We're getting close to 30. My friend, we're almost hitting the 30 mark.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And I think it's also, we're at that point where it's kind of the point of no return.
Every point is the point of no return.
No.
I don't know if you are aware of how time works.
No. When you were younger, right, you just wanted to get older. That's how it always felt. When I was 15, 16, I was like, you know what? I want to get older and older. Yeah. Like, how long do I have to wait? I want to be 21, 22, right? And at the age of 22, 23, you start to feel the wheels turn a bit, right? Now it just feels like I blink and we're 30, right? And then we blink again, we're 40. Do you know what I mean?
Do you feel older? Like, I don't mean like physically, but like mentally and spiritually, do you feel older?
I feel more mature.
Do you?
I feel more mature, yeah. So that part of it I'm not too fussed about. I actually quite like the fact that I feel like I'm becoming more mature, but it's the physical side of things. It's like back in the day I could do things without any fear of repercussions. I could just go head first into something, into a wall, whereas now I'm like, oh, one sec, the consequences are a bit mad here. Shall I do that? With most things in life now, which is
Yonny's learned about consequences, guys. That's all that, like, I think that's just what age is, just learning that actions have consequences.
Yes.
Which is also the main theme about Oppenheimer. Actions have consequences, guys.
Yes.
Don't drop an atom bomb on Japan.
Don't do it, man. But look what they are now, though.
Who?
Japan.
Let's not talk about that. But getting older, I don't know. I think I've always kind of felt like, yeah, maybe when I was like 10. Do you know what I always wanted? I always wanted to wear suits.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm at the age where I could wear suits every day if I wanted to.
But do you?
I don't.
Why don't you?
I don't know. Should I?
I feel like you should. It is a bit much, though, to be honest. But
imagine every episode I'm just here in a different suit, and you're just there in your shorts.
Oh, that should have been your New Year's resolution. Every episode he comes in a new suit. That would have been a good one. No, but I feel like as you get older, like those sort of things, it just loses its value or its draw. Do you know what I mean? Because like now you're able to do it. It's like, oh, I'm able to do it. Do I want to do it anymore? That's the thing.
And like, I think they're not that comfortable.
They're not. No.
I think I used to think they were more comfortable than they were.
Super uncomfortable.
Because like you think of like a suit or a tux, and you think of like Rolls Royce and luxury, right? But like the suit itself isn't that. It's very restricting.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's not that comfortable.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something else that's not comfortable. Right. It's also in line with talking about getting older and stuff. I recently watched a film.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've been watching a lot of films.
Yeah,
recently.
I watched the film because I don't know why. I haven't watched this film. It came out 10 years ago.
Right.
And I just randomly started craving this film. I was like, I haven't watched it, but I see it around on like social media and stuff. So I was like, I want to watch it. It's a film called Interstellar. Have you watched it?
Of course I've seen it.
Okay, cool. My question to you right now, right? Say you went out saving the world, okay?
Yeah.
You went out and you need to find some equation shit to like save the world, right? So you go away and you've gone away for 5-6 days. You're on a rocket, right? 5-6 days, maybe a week, right? But you come back and you see an 84-year-old Yonny in a nursing home, right? With other people around. Do you think you'd still be my friend?
No.
Why not?
Why would I be your friend?
Why would you not be my friend?
There's so many people my age. Well, why would I be chilling with you?
Because I used to be your friend.
I come and have a chat for like a bit.
And really, you have a quick chat with me, and you just bugger off.
I just like pat you on the shoulder, and be like, oh yeah.
So I know you, Gopi.
See you at the funeral.
Gopi, I know you, mate.
Just get on with my life.
We knew each other. We did a podcast together, and so you'd come in, you'd look at me, and you'd walk away. Why do I feel like I'm being cheated on?
What do you mean? Like, of course,
really?
we'd be friends, bro. What do you mean? As in, like, yeah, it'd be very strange. Like, there'll be like 60-ish years of you telling me what your life was.
Yeah.
That's a lot of catching up. But do you think about the fact, like, you're being very selfish right now. Do you think about the fact that there are other people in my life, and that's 60 years of life that I need to catch up with other people?
That doesn't matter.
That means I need to just run around to each person in my life, be like, what happened in the last 60 years?
But I feel like the catch up isn't going to last. It's not going to be that long, is it?
Yeah, it's going to be like half an hour. But that's just you, bro.
Right.
I got 200 other people I need to go and ask.
200 other people.
Okay, I'm being a bit generous.
Yeah. Tell me how many people you actually care about that you catch up with.
That are going to be alive as well in 60 years.
60. That rules out about half of the people. Half the people we know. To be honest, I'm surprised I'll be there as well. But
no, I'd say there's like 20. 30.
Okay, but the catch-ups, they'll probably won't last that long. Because I feel like, shall I tell you what? I feel like when I get older, I'll be the same. I think. I don't think anything drastically will change apart from my physical appearance.
Okay.
I don't think anything would drastically change.
Do you think there's a drastic change between 10-year-old Yonny and Yonny now?
In ways, yeah.
In what ways? More mature?
In ways that, like, as a 10-year-old, I'm not fully developed. I'm not saying I'm fully developed now, but I am now an adult. I am now a rational adult. Like, obviously, my opinions can change. Things can change for sure, right? But in terms of the intrinsic value of who I am as a person...
What is your intrinsic value? I'm not saying you. I'm saying for a person. What makes them them?
I just think it's their personality. Like, for example,
what's a personality?
For example, I don't think this might be completely wrong, but I think if you're an easygoing person from the start, you're always just gonna be easygoing. I don't think you're ever gonna become, unless really like shit happens in between, which I guess it can happen. Obviously, in 60 years of life,
all the time.
I don't know. I don't know. It's that mentality of like, I think I'm always going to be the same.
You fully think people don't change?
No, of course people will change. Things will change. But like, I don't think the mold of who you are as a human being will change.
Okay, let's say, right? No, I'm being extreme.
Do it.
Let's say Thanos came along.
Okay.
And snapped. And like, the 50% of the people that have disappeared is just everyone that you know. Do you think that would change you?
Yeah, probably. But I mean, we're not living in a Marvel universe.
Okay, let's say you fly out somewhere.
Okay.
And then like a tsunami hits and everyone in London is just gone.
Right.
Do you think that would change you?
Yeah, probably.
Like, there's so much that could happen.
That is a good point.
That you're not taking into account.
That's true.
And then if that does happen, if a tsunami does hit, and then I come back from Interstellar World, I'm not talking to you, bro. I'm like, that's not the Yonny that I knew.
Oh, really?
No, I'm joking. I would, of course. I'd be like, that tsunami though, innit?
I was thinking, right?
Yeah.
If you know how in Interstellar, you know how, what's his name? I can't remember.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, but what was it? Cooper?
Yeah.
Or whatever his name was in the film, right? You know how like his daughter was seeing shit through the bookshelf, like through the bookshelf, and it was actually him, like sending those messages, right? I personally feel like you'll be the one sending me messages.
Yeah.
That's why I said this. I feel like we've got this
connection.
Where if you go missing, right, you're like, okay, like, I think the fate of the earth is in Yonny's hands. Like, let me do shit, like, I don't know, whilst I'm taking a shit or something. Like, you fucking fiddle with a toilet roll. And I'm like, oh shit, that was you. That was you who did that all that time. Because you know that I love the toilet the most, right? So,
do you actually love the toilet?
Bro, the toilet is my.
Yeah, I like the toilet as well.
No, let me just say one thing, right? Listen, girlfriends. I've heard a lot of girlfriends complain about their boyfriends being in the toilet for so long. Just leave us, man. That's our safe space. That's where we feel comfortable. We're at peace. All right, ladies? Your man just wants to take a shit and a piss in peace. Just leave him. Okay? Anyway, yeah, I think you'd be the one sending that message.
No, anyway, I've got some stuff to talk about.
Say it.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm a huge Stanley Kubrick fan. And in pretty much every Stanley Kubrick movie, there is a crucial moment, and it always takes place in a toilet. That's because Stanley Kubrick is aware that the toilet is where humanity, this facade of like civil person, is stripped away. You're just pure animalistic self in the toilet. It's a beautiful place.
It's just you and I in that toilet.
Who's you and I? Me and you?
No, I mean like... it's just you and I.
Who's you and I?
Just you and yourself.
Oh, I see.
Right? It's just you and yourself. Because if you're in your room, you're never really there by yourself.
Yeah.
Because people can just come in.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas in the toilet, you've locked it.
Lock.
No one's going to come in once you're taking a dirty shit. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, God.
That's what I mean. So you're there by yourself. Ladies, just leave your man in there. He's having a good time. All right? Anyway, so yeah, that's what I think.
My thoughts on Interstellar. It's not a great film. I think it's overrated as fuck. Again, Christopher Nolan, like, it's not all that.
You won't be surprised to hear I fell asleep a few times.
Fuck yeah. This
I
is one of the few times I would approve it.
I wanted to watch it because of the music. Like, I hear the bloody Interstellar theme tune, and it just got in my head, and I was like, you know what? Let's just watch it. I haven't watched it. I quite like Chris Nolan, but I can agree this definitely isn't his best piece of work. But yeah, it's right.
Some people say it's his best film.
Interstellar.
I think over time that's been the consensus.
Really? No, I prefer the Batman movies over this one. Inception as well. It's just, I don't know. It felt too sciencey, but forced sciencey, if that makes sense. Like just too much forced sciencey stuff.
Right. Yeah.
It just felt like a lot of BS. I know. Listen, I know it's sci-fi, but like, just felt like too much. Really, really too much.
I didn't think it was forced, but I think it's better than like the Star Wars movies. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know much about the Star Wars. No.
Speaking of films, I've seen a film as well.
Of course you have.
Watched a little film called Poor Things, directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, starring Emma Stone.
Sounds Mediterranean.
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Oh.
He's Greek.
Greek. All right, okay.
Starring Emma Stone, Willem Dafoe, Mark Ruffalo, and Ramy Youssef. He did a great job. Ramy, you're a good kid. I really like you. But
what do you think of the film?
So Lanthimos is a director that I've watched. He's one of the few people that I've watched like the trajectory of their career, pretty much. I think there's one film I haven't seen, but like those first two early films, I hadn't watched. And then I watched the first one, and then The Lobster came out, and I watched that. And then since then, I've just been watching his films as they've been coming out.
Okay.
I love him. I think we would be really good friends.
Really?
I think we think alike.
Right.
And what I really like about his films are that they are dark and funny. They're really dark, really perverted, and funny.
Right, okay.
And what else I like about his films are that there's always, for me anyway, I always feel like there's what he shows explicitly, and then if you give it some thought, there's that underlying message that I feel like a lot of people miss out on. Right, okay. But like I watch it and it clicks for me, and I'm like, that's a fucked up thing to say. I fuck with it.
Right, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You're on the same wavelength with...
Yeah. As in, maybe I feel like I'm on the same wavelength, and if I talk to him, he'll be like, you're stupid, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But I feel like we're on the same wavelength.
Right, okay.
And I felt that especially for Killing of a Sacred Deer and The Favourite, which was...
Killing of a Sacred Deer? Who was in that one?
Colin Farrell, Nicole Kidman.
Right, okay.
Barry Keoghan.
Guy from Saltburn, right?
Guy from Saltburn.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was in that one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then The Favourite as well, which I think a lot of people just saw it on the surface, which is, it's a story about a queen and like these two like women that basically want to be her right hand girl sort of thing. Okay. And they like kind of fight over that position.
Okay.
But there is underlying fucked up message, which I like. I'm not going to just explain it because it might be too much. But this film, Poor Things, I think for me, I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was really funny. That there are moments in it where I just burst out laughing really loud.
Yeah.
In the cinema, and I feel like the fucked up message bit, it was there a bit, but like it wasn't as much of a deep cut as his previous films.
Okay.
I feel like what he did here is he feels like he needs to do the ABCs of fucked up.
Right, okay.
Does that make sense?
The ABC.
So basically, you know, like that, the underlying fucked up message thing.
Yeah.
I know I'm speaking very cryptically right now.
Yeah.
But like, he feels like people aren't getting that message. So he's like taking a step back and being like, "Oh, this is the fucked up shit."
He's making it more
obvious
because like people who are new to his films might not get it. Right? Okay, I get it.
But I still think I'd say 50% of the people that watch the film get it
and are
disgusted in the film.
Okay.
And 50% of the people that watched it didn't get it.
Right. I watched the trailer for it actually.
And what did you think?
I thought it was very interesting. I'm gonna go watch it.
Yes.
Hopefully sometime soon. Yes, like just a very interesting concept from the film. I like. Obviously, I'm not really a film person, but in terms of looking at how he set it out, in terms of the visuals and stuff like that, looks really, really juicy. It's got a few people that I like in there. I mean, Emma Stone's one of them. Willem Dafoe, big fan of Willem Dafoe. Man like Green Goblin. He's recently got his Hollywood star. So well done, my friend. I'm gonna go check it out, man. It looks really.
Mark Ruffalo killed it. He was so good.
Really.
So I used to act, right? I was in the school drama club.
Yeah.
I would have loved a part like Mark Ruffalo's character in this film because there's just so much like it's called like chewing the scenery. You just like act so much. It's like overacting to the max.
Overacting, but you like it.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
He did a great job.
Really?
Yeah. I think it might be my favorite performance of his.
Really?
I'd recommend it. Go and check it out.
I'm gonna go watch it.
Thumbs up from me. not a double thumbs up. I think it's my
One
favorite.
and a half thumbs up.
Yeah, 1.5.
1.5. Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
My favorite Lanthimos goes Killing of a Sacred Deer, The Favorite / The Lobster, and then this, Poor Things. And then Dogtooth. Dogtooth was his first film. His first big film.
GrassTooth.
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
As in, it could be a segue into the GlassTruth.
The GlassTruth. Making sense of nonsense.
When the world seems dark and there's no one in sight, we turn to two men, young and bright. Yonny looks through the glass lens. And what does he see? My good friends. Yonny, what's the GlassTruth?
I see a question.
Hit me.
I will hit you right now.
Do you like the poem? I literally made that poem on the spot.
Really?
Yeah,
that was very
so
good. Very good. Very good. You might have saved it.
Okay.
Might have saved this GlassTruth because this is a lot of BS. How close are you with your siblings?
Ooh. Do you actually want me to get into this?
Just give me a short answer, high level, generic answer. How close are you with siblings?
Generic.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know.
That's the truth of it.
Okay. Let me ask you again.
Okay.
How close are you with your siblings?
I was literally going to ask you this. I was going to incorporate this into the episode. I don't know if this is going to help you out. Do you see my hand?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what happened?
What happened?
Why
is it like burnt?
I got into a fight with my sister.
Who won?
I don't know. Do you still fight with your sister?
Vocally.
You don't physically like...
She's 6 years younger than me. She'd beat me up, so I can't.
But yeah, if that gives you any idea.
Right, okay.
You need to be on your toes always.
You need to box your sister?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Go on.
Well, I mean, the reason I'm asking is because, do you know a fella called James Haven?
No.
James Haven is Angelina Jolie's brother. And he came out in a podcast and discussed about his relationship with Angelina Jolie. Obviously, with this, the infamous picture came out. Do you know which picture I'm talking about?
When they kissed on a red carpet?
Yes. At the Academy Awards in 2000. That picture started resurfacing where they were literally locking lips. Right, brother and sister. And during her acceptance speech, where she won the Best Supporting Actress for Girl Interrupted in 1999, she said, "I'm so in love with my brother right now." Haven, so James Haven, in the podcast that came out literally this month, he said that he's always been protective of Angelina Jolie and her 6 children, especially during the breakup with Brad Pitterbread, and that they've always maintained a close relationship. From being children of divorced parents, they grieve together through the death of their mother, and they've always been involved in each other's love life. But going back to this picture, a very, very weird kind of picture. Almost, for me personally, quite sickly. Is it ever acceptable to kiss your siblings like that?
As in, let me switch it up a bit. Do you think it's okay? Like, are you sickened by a parent kissing their kid on the lips?
So I was going to bring that up as well, actually, because literally as soon as I saw this article, I remember it was probably a year back or a couple of years back, where David Beckham, he got so much stick for kissing his daughter, I think.
Right.
And like people are like, oh, that's so gross and stuff. Like, I feel like a parent and a child is slightly different. I still think it's like, for me personally, I'm not going to judge anyone who does it, right? Yeah. For me personally, it's still a bit like, that's a bit weird. Especially if the child is like older, like a bit older. Do you know what I mean? If they're like a baby, like you can show love in whichever way, right? Like I don't mind that. I think that's fine. But when your child starts to hit the age of like 10, 11, 12, kind of like, like a young teenager, I think it does start to get a bit weird in my opinion, but it's nowhere near as weird as you and a sibling doing that.
Mm.
Personally, I don't know. What are your thoughts? Do you agree?
Let me give you like a personal story.
Okay.
I've got like a person who they're like a lot older than me.
Okay.
And I've always seen them as like this like macho person, right?
Right, okay.
Like masculine. Like sort of like a male role model sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right?
Okay.
And for me, I didn't ever expect to see them be vulnerable.
Right, yeah. Of course, yeah.
And then they had a kid recently.
Okay.
And when I go and visit him with his kid,
yeah,
like I started seeing them like him kissing him on the lips, and I was like,
"What's going on here?
This isn't the person that I knew."
Yeah.
You know,
I get that, but I also understand it because from what obviously I don't have experience of having a child.
Did your parents kiss you on the lips from your memory?
I can't remember.
I don't think mine did.
I don't think my parents did, but I don't think it's prevalent in Korean culture to kiss your children like that. But they show me love in many other ways, right? So no. Oh, they didn't.
Sorry, no, sorry.
Hey, bro, like.
No, listen. Your parents, they like peel fruits for you and stuff, and you know, my mum just throws the banana at me, just like,
right,
peel it yourself,
okay.
you fool.
Fine. Okay, that's really sad.
It's okay.
Listen. If outside of the podcast, if you want to have a quick chat with me, all right? Let's. Don't make it deep, man. The audience don't need to hear this shit. Anyway, no, like for me, so from what I've heard, not only from my parents, but from people that I know, right, is that when you have a child, it's like, it's a different level of love. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have a child and it's like, oh my God. It's like, for example, I had a pet rabbit. It wasn't even my rabbit, it was my sister's rabbit.
I remember your rabbit.
Yeah, do you remember Willow, right?
Yeah.
Young Willow. We had Willow for probably like close to a month and a half. But unfortunately she passed away because I think she was ill before we even got her. And the death of her affected me for like 2 weeks, right? And that's when I first realized, like, bro, if I've got this connection with a pet, like imagine like a child, like that connection must be different because it's like your child. It's a product of your environment. Do you know what I mean? Like,
so that means you can kiss the kid on the lips.
I'm not saying you can, but I'm saying I can understand why. No, I can understand why people would do it. I'm not saying I would do it. Right? I'd kiss my children on the cheek. Do you know what I mean? On the cheeks.
I don't know, man. I feel
cheeks
like
and the forehead.
I feel like if I asked, shit, okay, bleep that out. I was trying to save his identity. That's why I was like,
Okay.
if I was trying to ask that person, before they had the kid, would you kiss your kid on the lips?
Right.
They would have said no.
Really?
But once you're there, it's different.
But I can see it happening. So yeah, with parents, I can understand it. That's my point. It happens. But like siblings, that's fucked up, bro.
Why?
Bro, you can't be lipsing your siblings like that.
As in, I haven't seen the depth of the lips.
Bro, they are locked in.
Is there tongue action?
I don't know. Might be the camera angle, but didn't see any tongue, to be honest, fortunately. But like locking lips still, like, okay, for me, right, think of it as like a connecting line, right? You and your sibling, it doesn't matter how big the gap is, right? You're on the same level. You're a child. Do you know what I mean? You're both children. Okay? Whereas like a parent and a child is different. It's like that. Do you get me? All right? If you're listening on audio only platforms, go onto YouTube right now. You'll see what I'm showing you.
Yonny has a hand lower down and another hand raised higher up to show the difference in level. That
is parents and children, right? But siblings, explain this.
Yonny has both hands level.
You're at the same level. If at the same level, you can't be lipsing each other.
I don't know, man. I think things are just complex and complicated.
I did think in terms of, like, if I have to be the devil's advocate here as well, like from, you know, the devil's advocate of my own opinion, it's like I can see culturally it's different. Do you know what I mean? I think, you know, certain things which are normal in our culture is definitely not normal in other people's culture, right? So I was thinking, like, for example, the way in Asian families, how, like, you know, how punishments work and stuff, like, that's not normal in white people's culture. Do you know what I mean? Like, in a normal Western culture, I don't think it's normal. And I think this is something similar. Like, for me personally, I don't know about you, but for me personally, I feel like that's kind of weird. But maybe it's not weird. I don't know. It's just, but that picture gave me a bit of an ick.
Bit of a shiver down your spine.
Yeah, a bit of a scare.
So this is the news that you brought.
This is the news. This is a deep insight into familial relationships. What is acceptable? What is not acceptable?
Why is it that a parent can kiss their kid on the cheeks and the sister can't do that to their brother? What makes these rules?
I think sister can siblings can kiss on the cheeks. I think that's fine.
No, on the lips.
On the lips.
But what is this level thing? I don't even know.
It's that family dynamic, bro.
What dynamic? What are you talking about, man? He's just pulling up random shit out of his ass.
Yeah, that's what I do. It's weird, no?
Like, you're saying it's weird, but you're not like okay, you bring this like psycho analytical thing up, and you don't look into it in depth, and you refuse to. You're just saying there are social norms and leaving it at that.
Yeah. So, are you trying to say it's acceptable to go around kissing your brother and sister?
I don't know. As in, like, I don't.
Okay.
But why? As in, I don't have kids. My parents never kissed me on the lips.
Okay.
So, like, I don't understand that either. Like, to me, they're both as alien as each other, and I understand that they're not as alien
as each other.
It's for parents to kiss their kids, it's fine
because it's a different level of love. The love a parent has for a child is different from the love you have. And that has to be expressed
through a kiss on the lips.
It can do if that's how you grow up. I'm saying I don't really back it, but I understand it's more understandable than a sibling doing it. It's different. It is different. Of course it's different. They're not as alien as each other.
To me, they are.
I disagree.
What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know. There's one person there's two people that have been constantly commenting. All right? And they're both Koreans. We want both of your thoughts. So I feel like they'll be pretty similar. But maybe you'll prove us wrong. Because you're both freaks.
Super freaks.
Is that the GlassTruth?
That is.
Yeah, thank you.
The GlassTruth.
And welcome back to the main segment of the show. Are we good to go? We're good to go.
We're G to G.
Okay. I've been a fan of this episode so far. Do you know why?
Why?
Because it's been books, it's been films, it's been Angelina Jolie film, and there's going to be more film. There's going to be so much film. I love it. So we had the Spotify Wrapped at the end of last year.
We did, yes. And
something that happens around about the same time, but a bit later, is something I like even more than the Spotify Wrapped that people don't know about. But I'm going to school you, my friend.
Okay.
This is the Letterboxd Wrapped. I am a ardent user of Letterboxd. I love it. I love it to bits. Do you know what Letterboxd is?
Is it basically a rating of the best kind of letters that you've posted?
Yeah.
Or
So the letters to Iwo Jima.
Okay.
They're pretty high up.
Okay.
The letter that God sent, the Ten Commandments, that's a bit of a letter.
That is a letter.
That's
that's a message. Yeah, that's a proper message. Yeah.
No, Letterboxd is a film logging app. You review, you rate, and you log films that you've watched. I use it so much.
I bet you do. Yeah, I bet you do. Every day he comes home after the podcast.
Ow. This was my year in film. 2023 in film for me. I logged 167 films. That means I watched 167 films last year. I reviewed 81 of them.
Okay.
And that is 404 hours of film that I watched last year.
How many films is that a month? Let me just do the math. Keep explaining. I'll do the mathematics.
It's not as much. Like, I usually get over 200.
Wow.
So last year was a low year.
So around 13, 14 films a month.
Yeah.
Impressive.
My most watched actor of last year, Vijay Sethupathi. This is another actor, much like Yorgos Lanthimos, where I've tracked their career.
Right.
This actor's first film was in like the year 2011, 12.
Okay.
And since then, I've just tracked his career. I was a fan of him from
the beginning.
Second film.
Okay.
And he's slowly been becoming one of the best actors in the industry.
Wow.
I'm a very big fan of him.
Okay.
And I'm proud of the fact.
Do I know him?
You do actually.
Where have I seen him?
Super Deluxe.
Is he the main guy?
Who's the main guy?
The guy that turned into a woman?
Yes.
Him.
That's literally him.
He was good.
That's a picture of him when he's not a woman.
Yes, I remember him.
Okay.
He's
Yonny's aware of him as well.
I like him a lot.
He's a very good actor.
Very good kid.
Most watched director. Do you want to take a guess?
Kubrick?
Incorrect. But it is someone that we've mentioned.
Someone
maybe more than Kubrick.
We've mentioned more than Kubrick.
Yeah.
It's probably not Scorsese. It's is it Scorsese?
No.
We've mentioned more than Kubrick. Who have we mentioned more than Kubrick? Where is he from? Oh, is he Korean?
No.
Where's he from?
He's American.
I have no idea. I'm sorry.
Wes Anderson was my most watched director.
Well, you hate the geezer.
I know. I tell you, I give him all the chances. I watch all the stuff.
You gave him a lot of chances.
Don't care for him. He was my most watched director of last year.
That's sad.
My highest rated films: The Zone of Interest, Jiggle on the Double X, and episode 6 of Modern Love Chennai, which is a show on Amazon Prime. It's not a show, it's like an anthology series.
Okay.
Every episode is different. And the final episode of the Chennai, which is the capital city of Tamil Nadu, that was one of the best things that I watched last year. Watch it, check it out. I loved it. It's actually by the same director who did Super Deluxe.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
He's great.
Good ratings.
One of my favorites.
Good ratings.
The first thing I watched last year was Glass Onion.
The thingy film. Daniel Craig.
Yeah. And the last thing I watched last year was a mutual friend of ours, Eric Rushton's comedy special, Not That Deep. That was the last
He's
thing
funny.
He is a funny guy.
He's a very funny guy.
Did you check it out?
I checked out a bit actually. I need to finish it properly, but
It's good stuff.
I need to check it out properly. Yeah, but like, I know he's funny. So
the 50th film I watched last year. For some reason, they've got milestones on here as well. It's a film called Cremator. Good film. Check it out. I gave it a very high rating. The 100th film I watched last year was Joan is Awful. Black Mirror.
I
wouldn't have mentioned that unless because of the fact that Joan is Awful was the 100th film that I watched.
Fair enough.
I decided to mention the 50th and 100th. And the most watched theme for me was dreamlike, quirky, and surreal storytelling.
That's pretty good.
I like it.
Do you like it?
I like it. But the most watched nano genre, which is like the most like specific kind of genres
like
that
a
I'm
niche
into.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disturbing, murder, and weird.
You gave a lot of shit to people who watch murder stuff, murder documentaries and stuff. Yeah, and you like that sort of shit as well.
There's a difference.
Guilty pleasure.
There's a difference.
It's a guilty pleasure, mate.
Between the real stuff.
Yeah, okay, true. Fine,
and fiction.
Fictional. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Fine. I back that.
Thank you. There isn't really. I'm as fucked up as you true crime people. I'm probably more fucked up. You have no idea why I'm getting.
It really is. Yeah, it really is.
But yeah, that was my Letterboxd. But speaking of Letterboxd, this made me think about a lot of things. Do you want me to get into it?
Get into it, man. Go. Let's go.
Girl boss. What do girl bosses do? They gatekeep. Am I a girl boss? Do I gatekeep? These are the questions I was thinking about.
Okay.
Recently, someone asked me for a music playlist.
Okay.
And I didn't have one. It was for Tamil music, Tamil songs. So I asked my brother, who has one, and he said, "Oh no, I don't want to share that. It's personal to me."
Okay.
It's like my personal collection.
Right.
I saw that as a form of gatekeeping. Like someone's looking for something.
Right.
You could help them out.
Yeah.
But you were like, nah.
Yeah.
This is mine.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it.
Yeah.
So I made that playlist and I shared it because I like sharing things. Right? But this same person gatekeeps because they're really into food.
Right.
They gatekeep like restaurants, good restaurants.
He's one of them.
Because they don't want just like, normal people, normies, going to these places.
Right.
And just, ruining it for all the elitist, we know the good stuff.
We know, yeah.
You know?
I know exactly what you mean.
And I felt like these two things are like awful things to do. Because like, I like the idea of sharing things.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until I thought about what I don't like sharing that these things started making sense.
The gatekeeping. Right. Okay.
I wasn't going to share the Letterboxd thing. I was thinking about whether I should share it or not. But I feel like I was kind of gatekeeping Letterboxd because not many as in a lot of people use it, but like they're mostly people that like
film people.
Right. But there are a lot more non-film, like not non-film. I don't want to categorize label anyone as anything, but like not the highbrow.
Not the elitist film watchers. You little idiots who don't know film. Do you know what? I'm going to sign up to Letterboxd right now. All right? I'm going to go on his favourite film and trash it. That's what I want to do, guys. That's what he gets for gatekeeping.
Okay. So this was my journey. Let me give you a little history about me.
Tell me.
My journey through film, right? It started off with the IMDb top 250.
Okay.
I decided around the age of like 12, 13, I was going to be a film person. I was going to watch all the good films.
Right, okay.
So the first place I went to was the IMDb top 250.
Best place to go?
It's not the best place to go.
At that age, it's the best place to go.
It is now an awful place to go. Because I flicked through it. And the films that were on there, I was disgusted. Gosh, sorry. I'm just getting emotional thinking about it. The Dark Knight, third best film of all time.
Batman.
Inception at 14. Forrest Gump at 11. Interstellar at 21. Star Wars at 28. Like, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars.
Lord of the Rings?
Bro, I feel like...
Bro, I love Lord of the Rings, man.
Do you actually?
I actually...
Like, everyone I talk to who are into film, and like people who aren't even into film, they all love Lord of the Rings.
But you don't have to watch it for like the film things, man. You watch it for like, it's the mystical...
It's
like,
the awe that it creates,
yeah,
right?
it's the aura, man. Like, it's one of those films where you watch and you're like, I want to be in the Shire. I want to be fighting trees.
I think the trees help them.
Fighting with trees.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I want to be part of that. Like, it's mystical. It's magical.
I didn't feel
fantastical. I like it.
I wasn't.
You never vibe with it?
No. Lord of the Rings ain't for me. And when I was discussing this with someone, they said I should rewatch it. I should do the whole marathon. And I've contemplated it, but
right.
I don't know if I have the time for it.
Snob.
But like, there's so many films on here that just aren't. Actually, I'm going through like the bottom end. It's not too bad. Avengers of Infinity War. Yeah, like all the MCU stuff. Like, there is not a single MCU film that should be in the top 250, except for, as in, I don't know if you count this as MCU. The Spider-Verse films, maybe. Like, I wouldn't be as pissed off as seeing like Infinity War in IMDb top 250. Like, do you know how many films there are? Do you know how many years of film there has been? Do you know how many countries make films? Avengers
Endgame made me cry.
That's okay. Like, that's fine.
Made me cry.
Shit films make me cry as well. Like, it's fine. As a film reviewer, do you know how many shit films I've cried at and then given films. 2 stars to? It's literally made me cry, and I'm crying thinking I'm giving this film 2 stars.
Letterboxd, I'm coming your way right now, man.
You keep
all the 5 stars he's given. Can I see which ones you've given 5? Like, does it give you like an activity list of what you've done?
Yeah.
I'm gonna find every single film he's given 5 stars to. I'm gonna slap it with a 1 star. But this is what I'm saying. Slap it with a 1 star.
Like, no offense to you, I love you, bro. I actually love you, okay? But people like you giving Transformers 5 stars.
Don't say shit about Transformers, man.
But there's still like favorite
film
series.
Don't put Optimus Prime into this, bro.
That's your favorite film series, no?
It's not my favorite film series. I watch it like I don't watch these films for the film itself. Like, I watch it because of like
this is
passion.
what I'm saying.
Do you know what I mean?
No, what passion? No, not passion.
My passion for Transformers.
It's your like nostalgia and
Yeah, I guess nostalgia as well. Yeah.
But these things, like, forget it. Like, it's so frustrating that I feel like
you're a gatekeeper. You're a gatekeeper.
I'm
you're now
not,
a gatekeeper.
because I'm sharing. I am sharing.
Yeah, but you're sharing with so much anger.
Yes. Take it, eat it, but don't fuck it up.
It's literally the end of the Grinch.
My next list after the IMDb top 250, because I learned that the IMDb top 250 wasn't that great. I went on to the Empire 500 greatest films of all time list, which was decent. It's actually got like decent films on there. There's still a couple of shitty films.
Okay.
But that gave me a lot of fuel for quite a while. Until I stop fucking logging into Letterboxd.
I'm literally signing up to Letterboxd right now to trash all of your films.
You're not going to find me.
I'm joking. Oh yeah, what's your username?
Yeah, you have no idea. It's so mysterious. But like, then finally, I think what I've settled on for now is the BFI's Sight and Sound list of films.
Okay.
So it's BFI does
British Film Institute, for those who don't know.
Oh, look at my guy go! Oh my god! BFI since 1992. They refresh their list every 10 years.
Right.
And their last refresh was in 2022, 2 years ago. Well, 1 year ago, pretty much. And I think this list is the best.
The BFI
because it's not influenced by normies. It's all critics, it's all filmmakers.
Right.
It's all film people. Do you want to just flick through?
Show me. Let me see if there's any on it. I probably don't know any of these, but show me. Let me review the list.
Oh, let me just get it.
I feel like I'm interjecting within like a secret society of the Freemasonry of films.
But like, what are your thoughts on gatekeeping? Do you feel like there's anything that you gatekeep?
I don't gatekeep anything. I mean, I can listen. I feel like at times a bit of gatekeeping is not a problem, and I can see why people want to gatekeep. But I think people gatekeep in the wrong way.
Right.
I think people gatekeep in a really toxic, like very exclusive, like kind of way, and I kind of don't appreciate that.
What is a healthy way of gatekeeping?
Just being like, informing people of when they're wrong, right? Having insightful discussions, but like you shouldn't be purposefully like trying to insult people and try to put them down just for for doing something that you do, like having your interests and stuff. I think people gatekeep in the wrong way. But like there is an example, right, of when I thought gatekeeping was, I can understand why people would gatekeep, right?
Right. Is this a personal example or something?
No, this is an example which I saw, but then I kind of went, oh, I can understand these sorts of situations. Because everything, in terms of gatekeeping, I think everything's contextual. It depends on what you're actually gatekeeping. Like, for example, you know Fortnite, right? Do you know Ninja?
Yeah.
Okay. Ninja started playing Fortnite when Fortnite was a nice little game. Like, it was fun to play. Like, you shoot people, battle royale, all of that kind of shit, right? But then when he got famous and people started watching his streams and stuff, so many kids just joined that game, and they made the game unbearable because like they'd spat. You know, like in Fortnite, you can shoot, but also you build. Like you like build stuff. I mean, kids who can build like towers in 2 seconds, right? And that's the only thing they do. Like they grenade launch people out of things. They used to stream snipe. Do you know what that means?
Oh, watch a stream.
For example, they'll watch a stream. If they're in the same game as Ninja, they'll watch his stream.
Yeah,
and
find out what he's doing.
Because the fact that, in a game you're meant to not know what each other's doing, right? But then you're literally seeing what Ninja's doing, right?
It's like, what's it called? Like screen watch? Is that?
Yeah, basically the same thing. So like. All of those contributed to Ninja. I think literally in one game he just went, fuck this, I'm not playing this game anymore. He just quit, and he quit for a number of years, and I think he recently got back into it. But like those, you can understand the frustration at those sorts of things. I think it's when you're having gatekeeped, and the people that come into this community, should we say, are twats, right? That's when I can understand it being
an issue.
They disrespect it. They make a mockery out of it. That's when it becomes an issue, and I can see why at those times you want to gatekeep, right?
This is what I'm talking about.
But generally speaking, like for example, I read into this. This is actually before this conversation. I read into this, I think, during university, right? It was about musical gatekeeping.
Right.
As you kind of mentioned before, you touched upon it with your thingy, right? It's like this guy used an example of like, I've got like an intrinsic relationship. I've got this deep relationship and connection with like Oasis, for example, right? And like they mean more to me than just music. Like they're my identity, they're my culture, all of this sort of stuff. And if someone comes along who says, "Oh, I'm a big fan of Oasis," but they only know 2 songs, they know, Wonderwall and one other, I don't even know.
That's me. I know.
And like they go, I love Oasis. And he made some really snarky remarks like, "Who do you think you are to say you like Oasis and stuff?" And I just thought that was really selfish. I thought that was like, bro, are you like, that is so selfish to think that way. And he tried to use an example of like, say you went to a football game and like so many new people just come to this, you've watched this team grow, like you've watched this team from being shit in League 2, and they've made their way up into the Premier League, and they've got money, and now they've got the best players in the world, and then new people come and support them. Like, do you not feel the same about them? And I don't. I'm happy when people support the same team as me. I think that's different. So like sometimes it can be very selfish.
But would you say I was here from the start?
No.
Would you become a hipster?
No. I wouldn't.
I 100% would.
Really?
I'm like that with The Weeknd. Anytime, because The Weeknd's huge now.
Yeah.
It's a fan from the start.
You were. I remember. You used to send me songs from was it the trilogy?
Yep.
Yeah. But that's how... The other thing about gatekeeping, right, is that often... I don't know how you found The Weeknd. Did you find him yourself?
Yeah.
Did you find him yourself?
Someone sent it to me, but I didn't listen to it. And then I found him myself and then realised someone had sent it to me. Like, upon looking back.
So hypocritical. Because the things you want to gatekeep, you normally find out from someone else. Right?
But I didn't find out from someone else. I found out myself. Okay.
And also, secondly... The Weeknd's become big now, but imagine if bare people gatekeeped him. He wouldn't have become big. Think people, like artists, won't become big if everyone wants to gatekeep them. They want to become commercial and big. You're doing your artist and the restaurant that you want to gatekeep. You're doing, like, it's worse for them to gatekeep.
Sometimes it's not. Sometimes,
why?
No, like restaurants and stuff. There are certain restaurants that want to be low key because they don't want to be that hustle bustle kind of restaurant.
Okay, but like the minority, most restaurants are there to make money.
Yeah.
So like you gatekeeping that is kind of, is this the list?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you see film number 5, 5th best film of all time according to BFI Sight and Sound?
Yeah, not according to me and my Korean friend.
In the Mood for Love. Watch it.
In the Mood for a Nap. Yeah. The Godfather. Okay. Yeah, these films are they're just...
But he wants to give Transformers a 5 stars.
Yeah, they're just...
I cried at the end of Endgame.
Endgame was emotional at the end.
Oh, Tony!
When Captain America was fighting everyone else... Well, he was fighting... Iron Man who died, bro. When Captain America was fighting everyone by himself, and then the Falcon came in and supported. Bro, it's just... Alright, this list is so snobby. I don't even want to look at it. So snobby.
How is it snobby?
That's snobby, bro.
But I'm even snobby with this list because, like, the 2022 Renew, when they refreshed it, there was a couple of films in there I was like, I shouldn't be in there. And if I say it, well, what does Jose Mourinho say? If I say it, I'll be in big trouble. There's a couple of films in there. I'd be in big trouble. I cannot say.
Shit.
I'll say it after when we stop this podcast. Fine. But let us know: is gatekeeping a good thing? Do you gatekeep?
Is it justified?
Do you gatekeep? Like, tell us why people should gatekeep. Because I think I'm of the opinion that they shouldn't. I don't think I gatekeep. I only gatekeep because I just want to respect it. If people respected things, I wouldn't gatekeep.
If you gatekeep to keep a tradition or a culture alive, 100%, bro. Because like, you need to preserve...
Not 100%. I'd say like 50%.
No. 50%?
Yeah.
100%. No, 100%. If you want to keep a particular culture, you want to preserve it... Like, no, but my idea of gatekeeping is different. Like, I think gatekeeping should be done in a very healthy way. A lot of people are doing it very toxically, and I don't respect that.
I like to share things. I like I took you to see In the Mood for Love, right?
Yeah, sure.
I didn't gatekeep that film from you.
Yeah.
I was like, this is something I love.
I wish you had gatekeeped it.
It's something I love and respect. I want to share this with you.
I get it. Yeah.
And he ate the film and he spat it in my face. This is why people start gatekeeping. But tell us why you gatekeep. Let us know. Do you kiss your brother on the lips? Let us know. Have you seen Poor Things? It's a good film.
Are you feeling shit about getting older?
Let us know all these things in the comments.
Let us know your New Year's resolutions.
Oh yeah,
we're keen to hear.
Can't wait to find out what this guy's going to read. And thank you for listening in. Comment, subscribe, follow, do what you need to do. This is fun. I've really been enjoying this adventure, the GrassTooth podcast. Hope to see you again next week. And until then, peace out. Have you got anything to say?
That was it.
Okay.
Do you want to gatekeep the outro for yourself?
Bro, you're not pulling your side of it,
okay,
bro.
Cool. Let me do my final spiel.
You never do a GlassTruth, like the opening thing.
You do it good, though. You do it good,
I don't do it good. I've been struggling. Okay, the poem was pretty good.
The poem was pretty good.
Go on, do an outro.
In a world.
Okay, thank you. We're done.